somebody knows that new fun name, I don't want to get it wrong, and share it with everybody, just so that we can keep sharing that. Yeah, clearly me. Somebody said mainstream media tipped off. Yeah, how did they get there in the nick of time? Or they heard it on the police scanner, I suppose, that something like that was going to happen.
You see them leaving. You know they were there.
What's up? Go, Trevor, go.
And all this about freedom, there seems to be some misunderstanding. I saw somebody yelling at another person who was a trucker, and it just kind of struck me how there's and maybe it's from fear, but there seems to be some hatred on one side of it, and anger, and on the other side of it, when you get down into the core of it in Ottawa, it's just a lot of love. It's just a lot of love and unity, and it's just holding space for everybody until everybody has a chance to understand what's actually taking place and why.
Spreading worldwide. History in the making.
Travis and Chad here, Darlene. Yeah, thank you. Yeah, there it is. Give, send, go. Give, send, go is the new spot to go. Everybody, with all of your support, you crashed the servers today, is what Pat King was saying. Oh wow, we're gonna have to watch that CTV report from what Helen's saying. So they're just trying to get it over and done with, is what it sounds like, with the police. But we'll see what kind of support the truckers have, or if the people stand up to support them, or what that looks like. It hasn't been a small event, a small movement. This has really been a spark that's created a fire in the hearts of people all around the world, as we've been watching online over the past week. And yeah, officers doing their jobs. It's a challenging situation, just like every group of people around Canada right now who have needed to dig deep within themselves and see if they're just getting a paycheck is worth it, if they're giving up any of their values, or tapping into or sacrificing any morals or ethics in the process of getting that paycheck. The police are no different, but the truckers being one of the first groups in Canada to really take a stand and show up on Ottawa with their trucks. And they say they're doing it for all Canadians, not just themselves. They recognize that these mandates are no little thing. It's talked about, there's a lot of psychology behind it, about a government being able to take more and more power and authority during a time like we've been through in the past 2 years, and that if Canadians actually want that power back for themselves, for the people, without the government taking it to the next level, then something needs to be said. Something needs to be done, because the government won't do it of their own free accord. Chad's on the phone there, just finding out a little more detail about, not exactly sure where he's headed. Yeah, thanks for joining us as we get down here to see what's going on. It could have just been a single little operation from the police right now, or maybe they'll be out again.
They get everything or what? And so they take fuel or what? Okay, yeah, we're trying to get in there. I don't know which. There's 2 parking lots as far as I can see. But all right, well, we'll see you soon. Bye.
I think we're going to see those numbers creep higher than 10 million this time around.
Joanne saying somebody said, I don't know if you can clarify that, Joanne, who said that CTV is going to have cameras around the stadium. At the baseball stadium. CBC is already at the stadium, or where we are?
That's the stadium behind the wall. You want to hop out and talk to the other GC folks?
Sorry, I got snagged, guys. Hang on a sec. There we go. Staging area. So, somebody doing an interview over here. Yeah, and then a big group of people over here.
Talking about this like an insurrection, when if you see the video, this is not that. This is families fighting for an ultimate freedom in our country.
I watched the video.
Oh, it's Laura Lynn with her feed live right now, so let's see if we can get something alternative for you guys right now. So we're not just shooting the same thing. There's a benefit to having all these different cameras out here right now. There you go, just getting situated with my camera and microphone. A little awkward getting out of the truck there. We'll see Chad's truck again at some point. Trucker parking anyway. Good to see you, bud.
How's it going, bud?
Good.
Oh, sorry, I couldn't come. I came as fast as I could.
Me too.
Man, all of a sudden, there had to be
I came as fast as
50 cars roll in all at the same time.
Give a comment for our audience at all?
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
So, we have to hold the line and keep up the good work. Like, they're obviously going to test us, and this has to stay. We have to stay tight, not give in, and this is the right way to do it.
So what happened exactly for anybody tuning in? A lot of these people already seen or heard, but...
So supposedly there was a criminal investigation from what I was told, but once they seen us all come in one after another, they clued in pretty quick that this was going to end up not going their way. So they slowly backed away and everyone came in. Everyone seems okay now. Everything seems right, but I think this was just a test to see how fast we were going to get here.
So was there a number of police that just tried to stroll in here? Or?
Yeah, they blocked off the Coventry to Vanier Parkway entry, and we just went around the back way and got in, and we made it happen. So I think they didn't exactly intend that there was going to be this much people attending it that's fast.
Did they make it out with a bunch of fuel, the police? Or
No, there was no fuel. Nothing was taken. I think they were just coming to scout and test their limits, but nothing was done. Nothing was taken. Yeah.
People out here filming and got some footage of all that, or what?
Yeah, lots of footage. Yeah, that's good. Hopefully, keep on going, keep on trucking, and we're pulling for the truckers. We need them. Absolutely.
And what do you want Canada to know about truckers?
Well, Canada just has to stick together like we have, and it takes a lot for us to lose our patience, and I think that's what happened. Is we're at that point now where we had enough. Things aren't happening, things aren't giving, so it's not the way that we want to protest, but it seems to be the only way we're going to get heard, so be it. He has to listen too, Mr. Trudeau. Now's his time to come out. He better come out.
And how's the feeling with the police and the tactics that they're using?
I think the police and the tactics they're trying to use are good, but it's too late. It's already across all of Canada. So if they could stop us here, it's still going to go on in Calgary. It's still going to go on in Vancouver and across everywhere else. The momentum's already too big. It's too late to stop anything. So they could try all they want. It's not going to happen.
What do you want to say to the police tonight?
Good job. You guys are doing your best part, and wishing you all the best. And it's too bad you're on that side of the line, and I'm sure you'd love to be on our side. But you guys have a job, and so do we. We like to keep ours. That's all I have to say.
Right on, what's your name?
Sam.
Sam, thanks, Sam.
No worries.
My brother. All right.
Yes. Yes. Hey?
Were you here for the whole thing tonight too, or?
No, I just caught just like 2 minutes before they left.
Okay, right on.
We were just coming back from another fuel run.
Oh yeah.
Took 13 containers, going to fill up more. Well, if they are, I'm fucking wiped. I can't. I was going to stay for this though.
Yeah. Did you see anything online? You see some footage of what was happening, or no?
No, we were just coming back, and then they had streets blocked off all over down each way.
Yeah.
And then we got here and saw what was happening here.
Yeah.
Somebody was saying that Quebec media said that they have explosives and it's a propane tank hooked up to a barbecue. And they call it explosives.
A propane tank is they're calling.
These fucking, and if people believe this shit, they're fucking stupid. It's like the scariest.
Can I show you on camera?
I don't care.
What's your name, too?
Derek.
Derek.
Yeah. What's going on is it's insane. Like people that believe mainstream media, you're out to lunch. I have no idea why they say the things they say, and nothing's like that's happening here. It's been nothing but peaceful. It's been a great time. Everyone's nice to each other. It's every person you can think of. It's not white supremacy like they're claiming it. I mean, how can you claim white supremacy when these people bring everything you have in your house is from a trucker? I mean, if that's white supremacy, then they're the worst white supremacists in the world. I don't know what to say anymore. I just can't believe we're in the scariest but also the funniest times. Like, it's just unreal how, like, looking at it from when you know what's going on, how stupid and funny it is, but scary at the same time. And I don't know what else to say.
You see the other groups like the nurses, the teachers, and then it hits the truckers, and then the truckers, like, you guys brought out your trucks and...
Oh, I'm not a trucker.
Okay. But, so how do you support, what do you do?
Right now, I had a taxi, and I don't have it anymore. Insurance and vaccine mandates.
Yeah. So what does it mean to you that these truckers came out to Ottawa to stand up for, like, hearing all of
everything? I've always had hope, but what's happened in the last 10 days, as soon as it got announced, it's just been unreal how people feel about this. And it's, like he said, the other guy said, you can't stop the momentum. It's not going anywhere. More and more people are waking up every day. The other side is not gaining any new people. They're coming to this side when they see what's going on. You see families of every race and everything at the protest, having fun, having a good time, just being around everybody.
Yeah. All ages too.
Yeah, all ages, like babies, and they're even sleeping and the horn's going. So those parents have been having some fun if their baby's sleeping all the time like that.
What do you want Canada to know tonight?
That this is I feel like we've won. They're just getting desperate. They're grasping at straws. They can't. What are they doing? Why they're making shit up? In my opinion, they're making stuff up from what I've seen.
They're holding hard on that storyline too, of the violence and the dangerous.
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And then I mean, you get Antifa and BLM, and nothing gets mentioned about that shit. And they're literally burning down cities, like peaceful protests with fires in the background.
In the States, have you experienced anything
in the state
here?
of Canada? No, but apparently there was about 500 of them last night at the downtown Parliament area. That's what one of the guys said.
Yeah. You didn't see any though?
I haven't seen any. No.
Okay.
No. I've just seen them around, but I don't know if it's for sure. You can kind of tell how they look, right?
Yeah.
So.
Or if they say, or there's a flag or something. I guess that's what we're keeping our eyes open for. And
Yeah.
have you heard of what to do if somebody sees a flag? Like,
But the one of the
just a flag that's like puts everything into a spotlight that
Get rid
doesn't
of the
represent
flag.
the truckers.
Just boo them out. Don't be doing anything physical. Don't try to rip their flag out because then you're stealing somebody's property. So just boo them out of the area. Just boo them away.
Any other comments?
Wake up, Canada. Wake up. Like, wake the fuck up. You can't. How do you think you're doing on the right side of things when you're segregating people? You're forcing people to do something. Not everyone can get it. I have a heart condition. I'm not taking this with the heart inflammation being something, and then family doctors can't even issue an exemption, or they can lose their job. And if I do go to the specialist, they're going to want to put me on medication that I don't even know if it works properly, and that has side effects as well. So, no, I'm not taking this vaccine. And I'm probably going to say it. I can start a new life somewhere. I'll fucking land. I don't know. I'm done. I'm just done with this bullshit.
Derek?
Yeah.
Yeah, right on. Thanks, Derek.
No problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you'll have the one part out where I didn't, where I said I didn't see any, right?
We're live right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah, so I
Oh.
should have started with that. Everybody's like, you got to introduce yourself and start with your live. So,
Oh, I didn't know that.
sorry, Derek.
No problem.
All good?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
Okay. Derek's going to let me keep my head today. We'll see what else we can find out.
Are you,
happening here with Not TV. So we've been, Chad and I came from Salmon Arm, British Columbia.
Oh, okay.
And we came with the western leg of the convoy.
Yeah.
And we'll be out here for as long as it takes, really.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just trying to get people the real story out here.
Yeah.
You know?
It's wild.
Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know who else might have been out here for all that, but
I don't know where.
we'll see. I'll walk around a bit. Yeah, we're on Facebook and our website's Not TV.
You ever thought of going on to Rumble?
We have backups on BitChute right now, I believe.
Because Rumble's really good. And Rumble and Odyssey are other parallel. It's gonna be parallel economies.
Yeah,
Right?
yeah, for sure. And, well, we're trying to back everything up too, because we never know.
Yeah.
See you live on TV.
So,
Oh yeah.
like,
Fucking CTV, communist television right there.
Oops, sorry.
the mainstream. Thank you. Mainstream getting a little bit of flack here from the crowd. I guess they were here for.
That's nice.
All of it?
Just to spin their bullshit.
Were you here for the whole thing?
I tried to come in and no.
Okay.
You couldn't get in here at one point.
We're all down there fucking destroying everything and beating up everyone. Fuck. It's stupid.
Hey, these guys are real news, man.
Not TV. Yeah. Were you here for the whole thing, or?
No, I'm just getting here. I saw Randy Hillier go live, so I was like, I'm coming down.
Yeah, Randy going live, and I ran here.
Yeah.
I drove from
just around the
45
corner,
minutes
so-
away, man. I was
Look
flying.
at that, they're parked right there. They're parked right there, away from everything, because they know, hey, when it gets dark, they need to go back under the bed.
That's CBC right at the end with the camera.
Should all walk there, make a big circle. Just
See their side of it tonight on the news? Is that
What's the real news for
make a
once?
comparison?
He didn't say anything either. He didn't
All
say
right.
no.
Well, big crowd now. It does sounds like not a lot was not a lot really happened.
You could say, hey, this is how I can help you. It's not just about money on Give, Send, Go. So you could, like, there's Freedom Convoy 2022 and Adopt a Trucker, and you don't have to just leave money. You can say, this is how I can help.
Lots of camera angles right now on him, and you've got he's talking about how you can donate to the new crowdfunding campaign, and you're going to be able to catch that. It looks like on Rebel, as well as a number of people's live feeds right now, and a few different media outlets filming this right now. Might even be part of the documentary. Live on Facebook on Rebel, and as well as Rebel's recording it to play back later. So, lots of ways to get the story here tonight.
They had guns, they just didn't point them at us.
They had openly displayed tear gas rifles, cylinder rotating tear gas rifles. I forget what they're called. And so there was probably 2 of them attached with each group that was walking by.
And what do you think is going to happen? Like, is there, like, are lawyers getting involved right now to get it back?
I don't know. I came down. I'm just a volunteer. If I hadn't seen this with my own 2 eyes, I would not have believed it. I would have thought somebody was making this up.
Did you guys get any kind of heads up this was happening?
And no, nothing at all. No, like I said, I just came down because I heard they were going to try and cut off the fuel down south. So see if we could organize it, maybe get some stuff down to help them last another couple of days. And then this happened. So I can't say I've ever seen this type of police response. I've been in Ottawa for many years now, and I can't say I've ever seen this type of police response here before.
Were they the Ottawa police?
Yeah, they were Ottawa police.
Okay.
They blocked off the roads over here at that would be, I think it's Iris over there, and up over here on the convoy.
So what happened tonight was, he's just describing it right now, police cars that were all parked around, but police showed up looking to raid a fuel supply, is our understanding, as Randy Hillier came out with a video as the police showed up here. And a lot of people showed up to support the truckers, and it sounds like the police weren't able to grab anything, although some people saying CBC were able to get a shot of police grabbing a jerry can or something. Were you here for most of this tonight?
Not at all. I just heard it happening, so then I came down.
Yeah, right on.
But, you know, in terms of a protest...
We're live on Facebook right now, by the way, too.
Are we?
Are you okay with... I'm Travis, this is not TV.
Not
okay,
TV?
From Salmon Arm, BC to be here.
Great stuff, buddy.
Yeah,
Good.
So we're just continually trying to get the truth out.
Well, so what this really should teach us, right, in terms of a protest movement, is that when we have centralized points, that is something that they can attack. So what we need to do is we need to be decentralized. And what I mean by that specifically is that, you know, you don't have a large logistics hub like this Coventry Road was, and just keep moving. The advantage of being in a truck is that you have wheels, right? And so now, you know, when doing the slow roll or doing the honking thing, taking and occupying space, that makes sense for other movements. It really does, because they didn't have wheels. You know, this movement has wheels. So it could be in Ottawa today, it could be in Kingston tomorrow, and then by, you know, tomorrow evening, it could be in Toronto, right? So keep moving. Don't stop, keep moving. And not only that, but disperse, so that you don't have all of your forces in one location, but disperse the forces across, right? Because they can take out one column. But what if each column is 5 trucks, 15 pickup trucks, 25 cars, right? And so, you know, we don't stop, we continue on going, we just make it all dispersed.
How long have you been out in Ottawa? Are you from Ottawa?
I'm from Ottawa.
Okay. And now what's your understanding of what this is all about? A week, just over a week of the truckers being here, and it portrayed in the mainstream one way and on social media another way. How do you gather and summarize everything that this represents?
Well, what it's about the mandates, right? And do you have body autonomy? Do I have body autonomy? Or have we just given over control of our bodies to a government? And then it's not even a vaccine, right? Or a medicine per se. It's coming in and doing genetic editing. So does the government have the right to come in and modify your DNA? Reverse transcription of RNA means that it can actually modify DNA, right?
And that becomes a controversial topic a little bit in some ways, doesn't it? Like I don't know the details for that one. Like I don't know if I can agree or disagree at this point, because there's so much, there's a rabbit hole and people need to go down it and find all this information out for themselves, don't they?
Reverse transcription isn't the desired impact of the vaccines, right? But it's possible and it can happen, right? So now that it's possible and it can happen, when you've given it to millions of people, guaranteed it has happened to some, right? And so then, but now what are we giving up with this? So that's what I think this movement is really about, is that we're not giving up anything. Drop all the mandates, we're done with it, it's over. Not only that, but what's also happened is that there's been a significant
the divide between mainstream and what they put out and what we hear on social media or what we hear from doctors. There's this great divide, and that weighs into all of this, like you're saying. It's much bigger than just, is it just the truckers and them being able to cross the border, that kind of mandate, or is it greater?
Oh, it's far greater. Just look at all the support that they got, right? Would we be dealing with this if it was just one work class? No. And then when you look at the truckers themselves and the messages that they've had on the front of their trucks, it's end all mandates, all of the mandates for everyone across the country. A lot of people are complaining and saying that the mandates are implemented at the provincial level. Well, one battle at a time. There are mandates that are implemented at the federal level, and those need to be dropped. There are mandates that are implemented at the provincial level, and they're going after those as well. We're all going after those, right? So we're seeing people at different parliaments and not state houses, but provincial legislatures that are protesting this as well. This movement is not going to stop. This is going to continue on going, because I think that they've really underestimated the level of dedication people are going to have in order to maintain their own body autonomy, in order to maintain their freedom, not only for ourselves, but for our children and our grandchildren. If we allow this hysteria to change our nation and change our fundamental way of being, that's a permanent change, and we're not putting up with it. It's going to end now.
What's your name?
O'Neill.
O'Neill. Nice to meet you. I'm Travis, if I didn't say that.
Travis, good to meet you.
Nice to meet you. And any final thoughts for tonight?
Everyone has to go out and protest. Everyone do it, right? So now here's how the protest works, and what we've kind of seen and what actually works, okay, is that your horn on your car is your musical instrument. So when you're driving, play your musical instrument. It's a solo. Go for it. Just play your musical instrument. If you're lucky, someone's going to join in. And maybe they agree with you, maybe they don't. But it doesn't matter, because now you have a duet. So go ahead and keep playing with your duet. And then it may grow. You may suddenly find yourself in a spontaneous symphony. Go for it. This is how we let them know that we're not doing it. Because what's actually happening right now, I'm a civil servant on leave without pay, okay? And they are purging the civil service and the military of people that are able to actually think about the orders that they've received first, and then have the integrity to question it. They are purging all of the civil service and the military of those people. So what is the next atrocity that they're going to do? Because everyone that had the ability to stand up and say, whoa, this doesn't make sense, is gone. So that means the next orders that they're going to come in, no matter how atrocious, are just going to happen. And that's terrifying.
Did you hear, we heard, this is alleged, that the government, any federal employees that were going to speak out would lose their jobs or possibly go to jail?
Haven't heard it. Well,
could be a rumor.
Could be a rumor. Doesn't matter. I have a right to free speech, right? And if that means that they're going to put me in jail, well, go ahead, put me in jail. That's an illegal action on behalf of the government. So one of the lawyers was speaking to us several months ago, right? And what he said is that the rule of law has been suspended. We no longer live in a nation with the rule of law. It has been suspended. And the best way to visualize this is that it's Montreal, the Canadians have won, it's midnight, and people are walking down the street, flipping cars, smashing windows, right? The rule of law has been suspended. You're in a riot situation, right? Eventually, the rule of law gets returned. It does get restored. But how much damage can be done while the riot is ongoing? It's just that the situation that we're in right now, the government itself is the one that's violating the law. Because they have no right to come in here and stab you. They have no right to be doing what they're doing, right? So they're the ones that are violating the law. So we just need to survive the experience. Survive the experience, and then we'll see what happens once the rule of law has been restored. You know, honestly, there should be people going to jail for the suppression of the early treatment options and withholding early treatment options from the people that were sick. How many people have died? You know, was it Peter McCullough that was saying something like 85% of the people that died in the United States would have survived if they had access to the early treatment options, right? How many Canadians have been murdered by the actions of our own government here? This is terrible. This is absolutely terrible.
Thank you for sharing all that, O'Neill.
Okay.
Any other final thoughts?
That's about it.
Thank you. Have a good day.
You too. Do you want to summarize what you've been seeing here, Chad?
I just went to talk with, was it Global or CBC?
You want to go talk with CBC?
I just did.
Oh, you did?
He said he's scared to come in here. And I said, well, if they told the story right, they wouldn't have a reason to be scared. So if anybody wants to check that out, it's on Not Radio, that little conversation we had. And yeah, so he took some film of me, and he said that he wants it to end too. He said that he wants freedom as well. He asked me what I wanted. I said, well, I want freedom. I asked him the same question, and he said he wants freedom too. You know, we're all tired of this. So that's the cameraman's angle. He said that he takes this the footage he gets here and then sends it off to, you know, his different groups. And so, you know, maybe that's where it gets misconstrued, and that's where the lies come from. May not be necessarily cameramen or women, but it's you know, them standing on the outside of the picture looking in. They really can't get that good of a view. You know, asking someone like me what happened, it's like, well, we just got here, and they might take that and try and twist it in all sorts of ways. I have camera footage of what happened there, so you know, that'll be back up for if they try and slant it in some sort of way. You know, for all the news media that are out there, you just burn yourselves to the ground by doing that. You know, by twisting stories and putting a slant on it. So, with anybody that knows the news media, just hear that, give them that message. You know, don't be a traitor. Don't commit you know, treason on your own people. It's all going to come crashing down anyway. So, what side of the story do they want to be on?
All right, guys, we'll catch up with you later. I don't know if Chad already said over and out, but here it is. Thanks for joining us with this quick update. Over and out.